What is target costing? Target costing is the planning of the cost or the expenses related to the production process right at the beginning of the production of the particular product, and it will be a continuous process. And if the particular cost we have assumed is not met or the expenses are high related to the cost we have assumed, we will redesign and re-engineer the process in such a way that it will be able to meet the target cost we have assumed in the beginning. So target cost formula can be like selling price planned minus profit expected. So selling price minus profit is the cost associated. This should be kept at the minimum or the value that we have assumed right at the beginning. Okay, now let's move to the next formula. Throughput cost. What is throughput cost? Throughput cost is nothing but the contribution margin, sales minus variable cost, sales minus variable cost. And there is the throughput efficiency ratio. What is it? It is the ratio of the throughput cost by the actual factory cost. So definitely when the throughput cost is high, definitely the efficiency will become low. Yes. Now let's move to the return per factory hour. What is return per factory hour? Return is a sense that selling price reduced by the material cost associated. That is the return. And return per factory hour means time on the bottleneck. The time we are allowed on the bottleneck. The time we are allowed on the bottleneck. So what is a bottleneck? Bottleneck is nothing but the constraint, which is a constraint in the production process that will limit the entire production process. How much fast the other processes are, if the bottleneck will decide how much the process total time the process will take. So that is the time on the that is a bottleneck. So the time on the bottleneck divided by the time on the bottleneck will give the return per factory hour. Return per factory hour, that is selling price minus material cost. Now let us see what is the cost per factory hour. Cost per factory hour is nothing but the total factory cost divided by time on the bottleneck. So the first return is selling price minus material cost, whereas here is total factory cost. Okay, so this is the difference between the return per factory hour as well as the cost per factory hour. In the first case, return selling price minus material cost, whereas in the cost per factory hour we are taking the total factory cost. So that is the denominators are the same. So that is the difference here. Okay, now let's